You must purify yourself again and again. This is so important to me because it determines how I feel almost most of the day, and it brought the real transformation in my life from things I used to do and how I used to be into the person that I am today. It's a lovely thing to grow, to be honest. And the real transformation starts when you purify yourself. Because purity brings all the abundance and clarity that we so seek, and you become the best version of yourself once you become pure first. So maybe a lot of people look for purity in their surroundings. I used to do that too, but I once realized that actually purity comes from within. It has to start inside before the outside part. So that would mean, of course, firstly, you can purify your mind, because without even having to say, we all know that our thoughts shape our reality, So we need to purify our thoughts. That can come from negative thoughts. We need to clear out those negative thoughts. Self-doubt, clear it out. Like, imagine you have this huge broom, you're clearing out these negative things and replacing it with great, limitless beliefs and purity and positive thinking. And in that, in turn, you can find more clarity when you clear out all those thoughts that are not great and shouldn't belong in your mind. And also, if you want to be a successful person, you need to have a pure and clear mind. And because if you don't, you wouldn't have that much focus. So you need to kind of clear out your mind so that you can have room for the focus on anything you want to focus on. And the second thing I can think of is like purifying your intentions. And sometimes you need to ask yourself, as a person, how are my intentions, and do the things that I do align with who I want to be, and do they align with the best version of myself, And when you move with genuine intentions and honesty, you always feel powerful, or you don't lack anything because you're authentic and you're moving with honesty, and it carries so much power. Because as a person, imagine having to always keep up with your lies and faking yourself. It won't go well, especially it won't go for a long time, that is. So intentions need to be in check also. And intentions also can encompass your habits, intentions to yourself, and eliminating stuff like distractions, procrastinations, bad routines, and finding discipline and strengthening your discipline, purifying things you do, purifying things you do to others and do for yourself, you know. And another thing you could be purifying is your environment, and looking at the types of things you watch on social media in this day and age, looking at the people you talk to and spend time with every day, and your environment that can be your house, you know. Recently, I also got a plant to purify my house energy, and my partner also helped with stuff in the house, you know. We have incense, and we have candles, and we put things in certain corners, and all those things to purify energy in your space, you know. And it can do a lot of difference, I can tell you. I feel so much different. And it goes a long way, and it might be unimportant for some, but the cleanliness of your environment and your space is so important to your purity and clarity, and it opens up room for more things. And for example, if you don't need something or you never use something, clear it out. That leaves room for new things to come in. Your space then is pure and ready to receive and welcome new things. Another thing that is underrated is purifying your body. And that is, we spoke about cleaning your thoughts, purifying your space, and purifying your intentions and habits. You need to purify your physical body as well. For example, I have a lot of herbs, you know. I fast on Sundays, and you need to be eating food that allows you to be pure. Your stomach is it's the engine, you know. Imagine if the engine doesn't get cleaned and purified. And you need to do this again and again and again and again, because purification is not a one-time act. You need to keep renewing your purity. It's like you purify, and then it runs out, and then you have to refill, runs out. I'm pretty sure you know where my point is. And purifying your heart is so important. Purifying it from things like anger, jealousy, resentment, You need to forgive. You need to be more grateful now. And it gives you so much peace, you know, because you are pure. Purity is actually so crucial to everything. Everything else can be more functional and successful when you are pure. I mean, everything, your relationship, your work, your desires. If you are pure, more things come to you. The universe answers when you are pure. Even as much as you, I just said, you let go of resentment and those things, even other people will feed off your pureness. it helps others as well. So I can end off by saying purification is not a one-time act. It's a journey. You need to do it again and again. And you don't even necessarily have to do it by yourself as well. You can do it with your partner or someone you trust. And stay pure, please. The universe is always watching. You might not have other people watching, but the universe knows. So always remain pure, always remain honest, and be of the light that you want to see in the world. Embody that purity, embody that light that you want to see in the world. Today, for me, there's a lot happening in my mind because I'm thinking of also purifying myself. Maybe you can pick up on my here and there voice, and it's a journey for me too. I'm also currently purifying myself again and again. But anyway, that was great. Thank you again for joining me, and remember to purify yourself. Much love.